Hey YouTube. This is videos on this snowblower I got. A friend of mine, he hauls to the metal scrapyard every day for a company that he works for. And this was laying over in the scrap. He went over and looked at it, and he told me his motor was locked up on it. He couldn't turn it over. As you can see, it looks brand new. I mean, the auger doesn't even have paint off of the edge of the auger. And, well, the chute was busted. All these bolts here and the one on the back here is all busted out where they may have threw it off the back of a pickup truck. This handle here was bent all the way under here, and I just took it off and put it in the vise and manhandled it and got it back straight. It was missing the choke knob off of it. The primer bulb was just rotted, dry rotted, busted. But yeah, it was all locked up. Tires were flat on it. They just needed air in them. And they're brand new. Still got the mold tips on it. It hadn't even been run. And it's got electric starter, 6-speed, 2 reverse. The auger cable here was missing. Yeah, I found one of those on eBay, and that choke knob. Same guy had both of them. I got both those. This here's the whole piece of this auger assembly. When you buy it, you have to buy it in separate pieces. And what I paid for this was it might be able to just get just the cable. I think I paid, I forget what it was now. Wasn't much though. It was less than, I think it was like $12 total, everything, or $10 or something like that, and free shipping. But yeah, the thing was all, like I said, locked up. So what I pulled this cover off, and just a couple wing nuts here, and pulled off, and got down there where the plug was. I said, I'll just pull the plug out and see if I could turn it over. I tried it with the starter and by hand before I pulled the plug out, and it wouldn't do nothing. It just hummed on that starter. Wouldn't even budge it. I mean, it was locked up tight. Anyway, I pulled that all cover off and stuff, and pulled the plug out, and got a hold of the, pulled it by hand. Just started by hand, and that thing turned over real easy, and I shot a whole bunch of water out of it. I mean, a bunch. And we checked the oil when he was over there at the scrapyard, and it looked brand spanking new. And it looked new here when I got it here. Anyways, I pulled that thing over, and a bunch of water came out of it, and I kept pulling it, till I didn't see a whole lot of water in it. The tank was completely dry, so I put some gas in it, and dried off the plug. It was just wet with water also, and put the electrical cord on the starter here and hit the button. I figured it'd be easier that way. And the darn thing started up and ran for about 30 seconds or so. Or maybe a little longer, 45 seconds or something. And anyways, the thing died out. And I checked that oil again, and it was nothing but like where water got mixed in with it. Then it was all separated before. And it was kind of a gray looking then. So I drained all the oil out. And well, first I drained all the oil out. and put fresh oil in up to the full mark. And I started again, and the thing ran and wouldn't shut down. So I just let it run for about 5-10 minutes. It got hot, and I shut her down, and I drained it again. And this time I left it off, left the drain open, left the cap off the oil dipstick. I pulled the spark plug out, and I shot brake clean. I made a bunch of it down inside this, down inside the crankcase, and also I was shooting it around the top of that piston through the plug hole. And I just let it sit there overnight. And next morning, I got my air hose out, and I blew down in here, and it shot. Evidently, and it was brake cleaning coming out, so evidently I thought it would, how quickly it evaporates. But it shot some brake clean out of it. I didn't see any more oil in it, and so I just put everything back together and did my third oil change on it. And I got my parts in got the auger cable in and got the choke knob in. I'm still waiting on the primer bulb. It was rotted. Waiting on one of those to come in, but it purrs like a kitten now. Normally did one pole, and she'll run. And it's old, new snowblower now. This here, I think, is like a 2005 model, but it's new. And I don't know if I can start this thing in one hand or not, but let's see here. No, it's missing also the key to it. And I got a piece of plastic, which is actually a wall plug. They stick an electrical outlet. It's got 2 prongs on it, so kids don't stick anything in it. And I cut one of those off and ran it in there. That's my key right now. Works great. Let's see if this thing will start. I don't know if it will or not. That runs good now. The auger works. Transmission here. It works. Everything works on it. No smoke. Anyways, I thought I'd share this with you in case you ever run across one that's locked up. You find out in the street or somewhere if somebody's throwing out. It could very well be a hydro lock in it. And, maybe this will help you out. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching.